So I've been fishing for about, I don't know, 5-10 minutes, and I've already got my first carp. He's a decent sized fish. Really nice and clean. Gave a fantastic account of itself coming in on the bank. I was amazed. And yeah, if this is the stamp of fish that's in Hunter's Lake, I'm quite happy with that. How about that then? Amazing. That was on a maggot ball rig that I put out to the little island that's behind me. It's already beeping away again, so you never know. I might be in the chance for another one. But yeah, first fish from a new venue. I'll tell you a bit about it in a minute. But for the moment, let's slip this one back. I'm going to recast the feeder rod because that actually went out to showing fish. But yeah, I'm chuffed to bits with that. That is brilliant. Hopefully, first of many. It's taken a good long while to get a second bite. I had nothing on the maggot rod out to the little mini island. And then I was just contemplating a move when I saw the rod tip twitch. And that little fellow was on the end, which I think is a crucian carp. I know there's crucians in here. At first when I saw it come in, because it's so pale, I thought it might have been a bream. But I think this is probably my first crucian carp in about, 10-15 years. I can't remember the last time I caught one of these fellas. So yeah, good to get a second fish. I feel like I should be catching more. I feel like I'm not in the right spot. So I'm going to give it another 10 minutes here, and if I get no more takers, I'm going to shift to a spot around the other side of the island that was recommended by someone that I bumped into when I was down here, and give that a go. But yeah, one crucian. Loads of fun. Well, it was inevitable. One bream. I knew that was going to happen at some point today, and lo and behold, there he is. But that came a couple of seconds after casting out that feeder rod again, so if there's a shoulder fish moved in there, I can catch a mixture of crucians and bream all day. That'll keep me happy. But yeah, not a bad sized fish. Sun's still out, still nice and warm. Still not a beep or a knock or a nothing on that other island rod, so I'm thinking of getting that in. Maybe change baits, maybe change where it is, not sure. Yeah, fish number 3, happy days. Right, Mr. Angry. How's that for an angry comment? So this is on the feeder rod again. Still using maggots on a little hair rig. But yeah, that's kind of what the 4th consecutive bite from that spot. God, you're virtually bent double. He's like one of those fish you get in a Christmas cracker, the red ones that stick in your palm of your hand. But yeah, only a little fella, but loads of fun on that really light float rod. Yeah, still absolutely nothing on the island rod. I've switched that over to a boilie tipped off with a bit of a yellow pop-up. And I've fired a bunch of baits over the top as well, just to see if I can spark some kind of interest. But at the moment, it seems to be the feeder rod that's producing the bites. So I've baited a couple of margin spots as well. I'm still thinking about a move, but for the moment, I'm going to slip this little fella back. Fingers crossed that feeder rod will rip off again. So it's been a tough couple of hours, not a lot's come out, not a lot of signs of anything. I've moved the island rod into a margin spot that I've been baiting, and yeah, the feeder rod after that little flurry of activity had gone completely dead. And yeah, I was just chatting to the bailiff, and he suddenly said, oh, he just had a drop back there, and on the end was this little fella. So another one onto the tally, another nice clean fish, only a little compared to the first one. But I've probably got 3 or so hours left, so I'm going to slip this fella back, and I'm going to think about shifting that margin rod again and get the feeder out. See what happens. Well, good afternoon. I've been trying to do an intro all day. It's now about 2:30, and I haven't because there's a JCB digger in the field next to us, which is just making a hell of a noise, which is such a shame because it's a really quiet spot in comparison to the Holiday Inn lake that I've been fishing so much recently, which is, you know, right next to the ring road in Bristol and incredibly noisy. I thought today was going to be very peaceful and tranquil, but yes, this fella appears to be moving a big pile of earth from one part of the field to a big pile of earth somewhere else in the field, which I'm sure is very exciting digger work, but hey, what can you do? But yeah, I'm out at a lake called Hunters, which is on the Crosshands Angling ticket, and it's a lake that I came for a bit of a recce probably about a month ago, just for a bit of a wander around on a really cold, wet and miserable day. And I really like the look of the place. It's not very big, it's, you know, it's a smallish lake. It's kind of roundish in size with a bit of a kick-off on one side. And there's a small island with a tree on it in the middle, which is just out in front of me here, and a second island out in a little bay. And yeah, when I had a wander around, I really liked the look of this point, which is where I'm fishing today. And yeah, I had some real early success. I put the rods out and I opted to fish maggots today, and I fished cage feeder with ground bait and maggots on a very small hair rig, and I fished a bottom bait, again ledgers, and that was just popped up with a very small piece of foam, so I suppose a Medusa rig is what they call that, and that was out to the island. And I got a run within the first 10 minutes, and it was a really decent mirror. So I was pretty made up with that, and I thought, oh okay, this might be a bit of a session. And it went completely dead. I didn't get anything for ages. And it wasn't until a good couple of hours later that the feeder rods started to produce bites. And yeah, what did I have? I think I had a common, and the sun's just gone behind a cloud. Right, sun's back out again, so I'll keep going. Yeah, I had that first fish, then it all went quiet, then I had a run of fish on the feeder, and I think I had my first crucian in a God knows how long, and a bream and a couple of carp, and I've dropped a run, and then yeah, it's gone completely dead again, nothing's happening. So yeah, I've just repositioned the Medusa rig, that's gone back out to the tree island this time, and I'm going to dump a couple of balls. That'll be. Oh, I'm glad I moved that rod. That's only been out there about 5-10 minutes. Nice. Another little common in the net. Right. Let's get this rig back out on that spot. Always the way, isn't it? Move generally pays up. So there he is. First one I've had out which has actually got a bit of mouth damage. But apart from that, nice pristine little common. Another fish to add to the tally. I've really enjoyed my session today. It's been good fun. Hard work, which is good, but it's always, you know, a good thing to catch from a new venue, so I'm pretty chuffed with that. But yeah, both the rods are back out. I'm going to finish doing that intro piece, and hopefully I'll get another couple before we have to pack up. So there you go, another comment to add to the tally. Not bad at all. According to the bailiff, who came around a bit earlier, he was saying there are some bigger ones, and based on that first fish that I pulled out, yeah, I think there could be some decent sized carp in here. The nice thing about it is that all the fish that I've had so far have been in really good condition, and that's quite a rarity for this area. So often, well, more often than not, the mouths are just completely mangled, so to be getting fish that are, you know, hard fighting and in good condition is a bit of a winner as far as I'm concerned. So yeah, just got that rod back out, pretty much on the same spot. What I found is, I don't know, maybe it's because it's a match venue, but when you get a fish on a spot, if there are any other fish, they appear to back off from that area, so you can actually pay to go maybe a metre left or right of the spot where you had the fish, just in case they're backed off a bit. Yeah, I've got another hour and a half of fishing left, so just redone both rods. I've baited the small island spot again just now, and I'm going to plonk a rod back on that spot for the last kind of half hour, I think. So you never know, there may be a bigger one lurking around there. Yeah, for the moment, I'm going to enjoy the sunshine, kick back for a bit, just enjoy my day. Well, today has definitely been a day of ringing the changes and moving the baits. Has been producing the bites. A really nice common, and this was on the feeder rod. So yeah, a float rod with 4-pound line on it. How about that? Excellent winter sport, or spring sport if you want to look at it that way. And what a pristine fish. This guy definitely wanted the maggots. They were a good kind of inch down his throat. But yeah, it's a cracking bite. I just saw the rod tip twitch and I struck it and off it went. What an awesome common. The fish in here are in such good condition. It's a bit of a treat, to be honest. I know I've said it a couple of times throughout the course of today, but they're in such good nick, which is such a rarity for venues around here. Yeah, I'm made up with that. That is brilliant. I was just beginning the slow pack down, which I think I'm going to have to continue now. I've probably got another half hour. Feeder rod's back out. As I say, I think I just had an aborted pickup on the other rod. Yeah. If this is my last fish today, I'm a happy man. Too good. Thank you, fella. That was loads of fun. See you next time. Well, it's 4 o'clock and that's packing down time, unfortunately. I've had such a good session today. I've really enjoyed myself. Catching that really nice carp at the beginning was a real surprise. Catching a crucian, amazing. That was so good. And then yeah, I've really had to work at it today. Each fish has been kind of hard earned, which yeah, is good fun. And for this time of year, it's been an absolutely stunning day. It's done my headspace good, if you know what I mean. So yeah, the rod's going to come in a minute and go on the deck. You never know, there might be time for one more. But yeah, that's going to be it for this session. There's not going to be much for me for another week and a half, but then I've got a 3-day session planned for the beginning of the Easter break. I've got to go down to East Sussex and I'm going to work my way back up to Bristol. Not quite sure what I'm going to fish yet, but I'm really looking forward to it. So yeah, hope you enjoyed that. I've not seen any other videos on hunters, so hopefully this will give some people some information out there. And yeah, I shall return. So yeah, like the video if you did, subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.